The very first video that I did on this channel was actually double XP. I'm not prepared this time. Hello there! My name is Ashtari and I ended the last video with working on Masterwork armor. Since then, I've actually finished everything except for the last few stages, so let's go ahead and do that so that I can sell it. So as I understand it, I just need to line all these Masterwork pieces, and then I come in here and I make unfinished Masterwork, and then I apply the rivets, and then you finish the armor. And then you sell it for hopefully more than you bought your own Masterwork. Everything but the boots have sold, which is unfortunate. Boots sold, I knocked it down by about 10%, but I almost forgot to sell back my leftover coal. Definitely over-prepared. Well, double XP is in 2 days, and I haven't prepared at all, in the slightest. I do have some money to work with, but I'd rather not spend anything. Not really sure what I should do in between now and double XP, so I'm gonna go fish, which is how I'm going to prepare. This will likely be my last check-in until double experience. Unless I go do something else, take a break from this. Just gonna be doing a lot of AFKing, I suppose, here at the Deep Sea Fishing Hub. Ah, you know what? Hold on a second. There we go. Deep Sea Fishing World. Anyways, I think I've basically figured out how I'm going to use the different views that I have now, one with the UI and one without. Basically, when I'm talking to you like this is the view that I'll be using. But if it's not all up close and personal, then what I'll do is I'll have the UI in. I will certainly have to work on keeping track of it. I've already messed up on different views in the past. Sometimes I've zoomed in, but other times I just don't use the clip. It's too much of a pain. So I'm definitely going to have to keep that in mind. Actually, I guess I can give a couple more things than just that before double XP. First of all, I already have the pet for this skill. Bubbles, I believe, is its name, so I won't be able to get my reaction to getting it like I did with Newton last week. However, I will try to be better about capturing any levels that I get while I'm here on this fishing grind. Last week, I was only concerned with just slaying as many creatures around Gillinor as I possibly could. So I pretty much ignored most of the levels that I got. I think I got somewhere between 3 and 5 other levels that I didn't actually show. But I will try to be better about it for this video, especially since it's double experience. I will be splitting this double experience into 2 parts, unlike my first double experience video. And the reason for that is basically because I'm pretty sure that doing all of that double XP in one video is what really burned me out. That and the captions. So I'm gonna try and be a little bit better about not cramming way too much into one video for myself and for you guys, the viewers. However, both woodcutting and fletching are getting updated to being level 110 as the max soon. I'm not quite there on either one of the skills. I've got 6 levels for 110 woodcutting, and I've got 10 levels for 110 fletching. But I think that I can maybe try to get a little bit of fletching experience this double XP. We'll see. To do that, I'd probably have to buy bowstrings, though, so maybe not. Maybe I'll save making a push on that. What I can do, though, is actually get a video out at around that time that actually talks about the new update. So I'm really looking forward to that. So, I've been talking with a friend through the clan chat, and he's basically confirmed what I've been feeling about Melee lately. And that's just that it kinda sucks. So instead of spending all my time here fishing, what I'm gonna do is I think I'm just going to continue working on some Slayer for the time being. And maybe a little bit of bossing, we'll see. But this isn't going to be as useful to me as just training some melee on double XP. So let's go ahead and do that instead. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and prefer Aviances. Oh, I can't anymore because I completed it. I should have done that first. If I get Aviances again, I'll have to prefer it because I actually like going to Aviances. For the simple fact that Kree is always just so good to me. Now let's get a new one. Shadow creatures were corrupted. You know, yeah, I haven't done shadow creatures in a long time, so I guess I'll go ahead and do them. Well, I just hit 20 million in magic XP, but I haven't gotten the Noxious Staff yet. I'm going to, but as you can see, I had to spend a little bit of money because of supplies. But I also want to just kind of hold off a little bit so that I have, you know, extra money left over. Would be nice to get another spectral lens, I think. So, another one of these tasks again. I asked before coming in for this task if Krill would be nice to me. And before I even got in here, I got 2 pieces of War Priest. And my first kill in was the Steam Battle Staff. A few kills later, I got the Zamorak hilt. And I've also gotten a Ward of Subjugation. So I guess he's being nice to me. But I wish that he would just give me the pet and the Garb of Subjugation, because those are actually the only 2 things that I'm missing. See? Krill, Tiny Roth, Garb Subjugation. And then that'll be 2 of the God Ward dungeons bosses logs actually complete. There we go. I have 101 prayer now. Jesus, I have not actually actively trained prayer in a while, though. Yeah, so I've been looking through the abilities, and for magic, there are just some that I'm missing, like Magma Tempest and the City of Sentistan spells. So I think magic is probably going to become my primary focus after I get necromancy out of the way. So I'm definitely going to have to work on, well, reworking my revolution bar and, well, all of my ability bars here, because they are ugly right now and they make no sense. Just picked up a new level, 112. While I was without internet, what you're viewing now is recorded from my phone. The only reason I recorded this Slayer task was because it's the first time I've had cow fights in a very long time, and it's been even longer since I've been down in that area. So I decided I'd go ahead and record some footage while I was down there. Anyways, let's get on to what I did for Devil XP on my phone. Since I was playing on my phone, I decided that the first thing I should probably do was something easier than constantly clicking, and that was combat training with the dummies. I ended up getting hit points first, and then attack, and then strength, and then attack again. Now that I'm all done with mobile play, let's get back on the PC. Ironically enough, if I just captured the full screen on PC, it wouldn't be too dissimilar from what the mobile footage looks like. But I don't really care for all the black bars. So theoretically, I should be able to get the next level in strength off of the combat dummies I have. But, you know, who knows. If not, then the next step is probably going to be moving on to the Herblore tasks that I've given myself for this double XP. And I'm going to make some overloads, and I'm also going to start working on the vulnerability bombs, I believe. And if I've done the math right, I should be able to get to at least halfway to 120 Herblore, which is pretty cool. Finally hit 900 mil in total experience as well, which I'm quite happy about. I've been looking at that for what feels like ever, and it doesn't feel like it's moved at all. Also, this double XP, I managed to get my starting point before the double experience started, instead of having to guesstimate it. And that should be on screen right now. I have been very busy this month. All that Slayer last week really pumped my XP gain up. Also managed to get Aviances before the double XP started, and I actually preferred it this time, so hopefully I can have a semi-steady source of unique drops. Because I've said it a few times already, but Kree is just always so good to me. Every time I go to Kree, I always manage to get at least a few drops. The same cannot be said for any of the other God Wars bosses, or any boss, period, for that matter. I've got to vent a little bit. My outro and my intro were both created by me using samples out of a loot pack. I'm not going to try and pretend as though I created it all from scratch and did it all by myself, because that isn't what happened. So please explain to me why YouTube is allowing a guy named Rubberman, who seemingly did the same exact thing as I did for his own song, to claim my outro as though it's his. Now, I shortened up the outro before I published the last video, but I really shouldn't have to do that. I really wouldn't have a problem with it if I was using his song, because, well, I'd be using his song. But I'm not using his song, I'm using my own song. So I've prepared a document just in case YouTube ever tries to come at me about it again, or him himself, showing how I've uploaded my own version of the song, I guess, a whole year in advance of his release date that he has on Beatport, which is the earliest release date that I can actually find. I'm actually not sure if that'll help or not, or what I have to do to get some help with it, but yeah, I'm not too happy about it. I was gonna finish off all of these dummies, but I guess what I'll do is I'll just get this strength level and head to Fort for N3. And there we go, I got that level. I may as well just finish off this dummy instead of leaving it standing. But that's, I think, every combat skill to 102 now, at a minimum. Oh, except for both prayer and summoning. Alright, well, Let's get to 4 for entry. Wow, there are a lot of people here. Whoa. I guess I didn't really notice it last time because I spent all my time right here at this chest. But that is a lot of people. A lot of people. But I guess most people are here in this one location of this very full world. So let's get back to the grind. I really should have been making all these preparations beforehand, but, you know, I wasn't thinking about that. I was just not thinking about that. Really hoping I can get Herbert this double XP. That would be awesome, actually. I've already got Ramsey for cooking, so... Also, I really love that they chose the name Ramsey for the cooking pet. Only gonna be making about 1,300 or so overloads, which is fine, but because that will, you know, give me a little bit more supply to work with, and it'll end up being, you know, not quite that much once you condense it and make them into elders and fully aggro overloads and everything. But yeah, and hopefully next double XP I can probably... I don't know why I keep trying to open that. I guess I'm used to having to withdraw from the bank after I'm done with an action. But yeah, I guess next double XP I can probably end up having a whole lot more overloads to make, which will help soften the blow on the others. Which is why I decided to go ahead and do a little bit of the... I'm pretty sure they're bombs, vulnerability, or vulnerability bombs. So, that's why I decided to go ahead and start making a little bit of a push. I didn't have to wait all the way until I had every single item to get 120, you know? Especially not when I keep needing so many so many overloads in general. Because I am doing very, very low in my supply. Not good. Not good at all. This whole last week, up to double XP, I've been sitting here, ooh, I'm getting so close to being out. I was getting very nervous. What's crazy is that when I, you know, made the push for 99, I was like, dang, I will never run out of overload.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Yeah, I really should have prepared a lot better. I should have made all the unfinished and everything, but I didn't do that. Oh well. Lord have mercy. Been sitting here catching up on One Piece because I haven't watched it since Wano ended, and it was pretty much time to catch up. But I've watched like 2 episodes now without the timer on because I paused it to set it up in the first place. So, yeah. Missed out on a little bit of XP, but I'm still making unfinished. We'll be done soon, and then I'll be moving on to the superset. Not entirely sure why I didn't realize it until now, but I need to make some wines of Zamorak because, well, I need them to make a super magic, I guess. That's what I'm guessing. I'm not entirely sure, but that feels right. Turns out it's actually super ranging. Also, I am totally stupid. Yeah, I am, I need one more unfinished spirit weed. So, let's get it done. I really should have planned this out better. Does it actually matter though? Because if I make all of these unfinished myself, then, you know, outside of double experience, well, then I don't get double XP on it. So, I don't know, it's just a pain. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just start selling off the herbs and buying unfinished pots. I don't know. Well, I ended up doing it again and forgetting to turn back on the timer. But I'm getting pretty close to the next level. I did a considerable amount without the timer active though, so and this should be it. Yep, there we go, 110. Herblore. Oh boy. What is that? 4 more levels and then I'll be halfway there. I'm gonna finish off these super attacks and then head to bed because it is late.
The next day.
So last double XP that I took part in, which was May, I didn't really have to deal with the queue much. But this time, I better make sure that I stay in the world if I get into it. Because if I don't, then I'm gonna be sitting around waiting for a while to get back in. That could simply be because it's Sunday, though.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday!
Yeah, this is about what I mean. 18 minutes, and we're in. I've been conned into punching this pinata because I'm interested in seeing what it gives. So I did a quick search on the wiki, and most of it is junk, but take a look at it. So there's actually a limit on it. Let's get back to the grind. Holy crap, so I just missed it. Well, I guess not really just missed it. I guess kind of, whatever. Doesn't matter. I got the Herbert pet. I got the Herbert pet. Holy crap. Another one that I won't have to grind out later on. See, there's what I'm talking about. Every time I get a skilling pet, it gives me the achievement that I've gotten 5 or more. Again. So, whatever. Doesn't matter, I have the Herbert pet. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, there we go. We got Bulbasaur now. That's another one out of the way. I'm quite happy about that. Should be getting an agility level soon. Not sure how many more loads, but hey, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I just don't want to miss it. Also, I'm not entirely sure what happened to my toy battleship. I think I might have gotten rid of it, and I don't think there is any way to get it back. Which is unfortunate, because I bet it could have been sitting out here with a toy battleship, you know, fighting others this whole entire time. Looks like I'm going to get closer to 1,500 3-dose overloads as well, so that's pretty cool. And there we go, I got 104 agility now. Just gotta finish off these super ranging, the super necks, and then I will be moving on to making the extreme set. Not sure why, but I've had this issue where RuneScape will just close, so I'm back in queue. Bit quicker than earlier though. Extreme set started. I take back the 1,500 mark. It may still be able to happen, but I didn't realize that I reused Lantodime as well. I reused Lantodime, Dwarfweed, which I had already accounted for. And, you know, that... Huh. Oh, neat, I got a level. I didn't even know that I was getting a level. That's awesome. 111. But yeah, the Lantodime might be the limiting factor now. We'll have to see. Yeah, so you got all these little trinkets and doodads that kind of help you out with saving resources and getting extra potions and stuff, so it should be okay on getting somewhere in the ballpark of 1500. Just rather nervous about it because I've been going through these overloads like crazy lately. And I don't know if it was because I'm just getting so low on them or what. But I've really noticed how quickly I've been going through them lately. This may be something that I kinda have to do pretty much every double XP. At least a little bit, you know? I will not start from unfinished pots again, though. I don't know what step I'll start on, but it's definitely not from unfinished pots. Or not even unfinished pots, from the herb and water. Okay, so here's the deal. I only need like 50 more Lantidime to finish off the super, I think, defenses that I'll need. So it's an odd one, but I'm actually gonna go do a farm run and get that 50 Lantidime because I think that's less than I'll actually get from the farm run. But I needed to get some more of the ground runes, so here I am just gonna finish grounding these up and then I'll be off. Like I said, it's an odd one, but I'm gonna be doing a little bit of farming later anyways because, well, it depends on how much time I have left because I want to push through on my god grapes and turn them all into wines because I've actually got a bunch of those super growth potions or whatever, about 300 of them, so that'll give me a very healthy supply of god grapes to work with. No worries, I've put my nose back on the grindstone. Not bad, not bad. 8 more levels to go until 120 though. I got nothing to do tomorrow. Let's pump out the overloads. Psych. I just wanted to get this level. Beat 113. Wow, and I still am gonna have more overloads to do, and that's rather interesting. Minus one of the 3 dose, but yeah, so I'll probably end up having closer to 2,000 overloads in total. But I've also got the vulnerability bombs to get through, and I'm going to be doing around 8,000 to 9,000 of those. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to be doing like 8,000 to 9,000 vulnerability bombs, so... Anyways, bedtime. I didn't realize it until about right now, because I thought to check it out. But I'm basically having made the same amount of overload that I would have made on the way to 99. So, I'm gonna have a little bit of overload to work with, hopefully. And I'm not sure how long this set will last, because I thought the last time I made this amount it would last forever. But I probably won't even have to do any overloads next double XP. I've never really noticed it until I started doing these videos, but I guess I say double closer to devil. And I don't think I actually really say devil, I think I'm saying double. And it just sounds like, I don't know, it's weird. I don't really like it because it messes with the captions every time I have to say double. Yeah. 114. This is what I thought I would get to, actually. So, let's see how much further I can push. Looking at the market, and I should probably actually wait until I sell mine as well to maximize the profit.
A lot of boring math later.
So, this is actually somewhat interesting. I'm doing the math, and it's very possible that I get to 117 Herblore with the supplies that I have to make vulnerability bombs with. Which is so close. It's one level away from Power Burst Defeats Tier 3 improvement, which I already have the supplies for. So, I've got 25 hours left of double XP. Do I crank out 120 Herblore and just get it over with? I guess I'll have to see what it looks like as I get closer, but there is 115. And by closer, I mean closer to being out of supplies. Actually, let's see what I got. Dinosaur roars are the limiting factor, and I've got 6,000 of those left, so, I think I might get 117. If I do, then I think I'm just gonna buy the rest of the supplies that I'll need for 118 and just get 120. Because I only need to make like 5,000 to 6,000 power burst defeats from 118 to get to 120, so that's like gonna be rather quick. Yeah, there we go. 116 Herblore, 120, here I come. I just got back basically from buying up some dinosaur roars. That's literally all I needed for this to get 120. Which is insane because I was unprepared going into this week and I had no idea what I was gonna do. There we go, 117. I still can't believe I'm getting to 120 when I didn't even prepare for this crap. Oh boy, here we go. I'm gonna be at 118 and then we'll be switching up to Power Burst Defeats. That's really, really... I'm still like a little bit in shock about coming this far. I didn't actually think this would end up being what I would do. But hey, we're almost there. Let's get it done. Turns out I actually only need 3 dose summoning potions. I swear to God, I've double and triple checked this, and it's all said 4, but now all of a sudden the improved recipe Tier 2 says that it's a 3 dose that it needs, so I guess I'll have to figure out that. Should be easy enough. There we go, and I'll have plenty of leftover summoning potions, too. Alright, let's get back to the grind. Took a wee bit of a break, but I'm back to get 119. Oh my goodness. I still am in disbelief that I'm doing this. Like, I guess I really shouldn't be all that surprised. I've been hoarding farming supplies for a while now. So if there was any chance of me getting 120 Herblore, probably now was the time. And like I've said, I think already, is that the only thing I was missing was dinosaur roars. And I knew that was going to be a very long wait if I, you know, held off, so I may as well have just gotten it done, and I'm glad that I decided to pull the trigger. Alright, last inventory, and then I'll have 120 Herblore. There we go. Holy crap. I can't believe. I'm still a little bit surprised that I actually did this. But that's a big goal right there, and we're all done with it. Still a bit surprised at my ability to pull off 120 Herblore on a double XP event that I wasn't even prepared for. But I do think that's a good spot to end this video. So if you liked it, you can go ahead and do that. If you felt the opposite way, you can do that too. While you're down there, why don't you leave a comment or even possibly subscribe and follow me on X. Until next time, happy games.
Bye, have a great time.